And I am going live. We are live. Hello, everyone. Let's see. So I decided that this week I go live 10 minutes before I was planning on actually 10 minutes before I was actually planning on recording the game in order to give people an opportunity to join in. So that's where we are right now. And I'm going to enjoy a cocktail because this is the Aruba Trivia Happy Hour. I have some ice cold wine because I do put ice cubes in my white wine. So let's see. What will the URL for the quiz this week be? See how I'm rhyming? That means that I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to roll. Hello, Michigan person. Hi, Michigan person. I think I know who the Michigan person is. I bet I can guess. So, who do I know from Michigan? I remember once, about 3 years ago, I interviewed someone from Michigan who had a daughter named Chloe. Hi, Marlene. Had a daughter named Chloe and a Weimaraner. Yes. Am I getting close? Am I getting close, Michigan person? Because if so, that would mean that your name would be Lori. How am I doing? Hi, Kendra. Nice to meet you. So now I know two Michigan people. This is kind of cool, meeting new people. So yeah, we're gonna play an Aruba game or an Aruba trivia game tonight. So what it is 12 questions. There are 12 Aruba trivia questions. They range from relatively easy to darn near impossible, and everywhere in between. So let me get the URL for what the actual quiz is. And honestly, if you want to jump over to Facebook, or not Facebook, if you want to jump over to YouTube, that is absolutely the best way to watch the game because your comments on there pop up better than they do on Facebook. However, if you want to continue watching on Facebook, that is also appreciated. But if you want to join on YouTube, I will post that link. Now let's get the quiz URL up there. So what will happen is you guys will go to a website and there will be a unique pin that you have to punch in, and that will take you to this week's quiz. And then we'll all be able to play at the same time. Hey, what's up, Frank? Frank is here. You almost won the other week, and someone came out of nowhere and snatched a victory from you. So let's see. This week's quiz URL is. So if you go to quizstud.com and for the pen use 8274, that'll take you to this week's quiz. And then what happens is we can all play at the same time. You can use whatever name you like. I see that we have Arubaholic logged in so far. Frank T logged in. Thank you very much. So yeah, head on over to quizstud.com and type in the pen 8274, and that'll take you to this week's game. The game itself takes about 20 minutes or so. So it's not really a happy hour. But hopefully you stay happy for at least an hour. Me, I plan on staying happy forever. Been happy all day. No reason to stop right now. I got momentum going. Mr. Loco's here to join me. Check out my kitty cat from Aruba. Look at him. That's Coco Loco, a Kanuku kitty. He's 2 years old. And he's big and furry and absolutely lovable. But he doesn't really like to be held. He's trying to get away right now. But he's also a camera hog, so. He's a camera hog, so he's torn between two worlds. His self-indulgence and his need to run free. I won't torture you anymore, Mr. Loco. Get out of here. And he's got a sister too, Kiki. Maria has logged in. Do any of you guys have Aruba adoptees? Frank, I have a feeling that you'll do absolutely wonderful this week. So last week we had someone that actually got every question right. Tina got every question right. So I have at least one question on there that it'll take an absolute Aruba expert to get. Who has been to the island recently? Like, and by recently, I mean within the last, we'll say 2 months. So who's been to the island since June? Anyone? I have not been to the island since January. Hoping to make it down later on in the year, although I am getting a little concerned. Frank, you were down there the first 2 weeks of July. How was it? I can play with a couple of things here. Let's see. Yep, I can change that up. Everything is okay, Colleen. It was crowded, Frank. I will put the code up once again. So the code is, there you are. The URL is quizstud.com and the pin is 8274. Going back in September. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. I'm thinking about October. I'm hoping for October. Well, like I said, I am a little bit concerned with how things are right now. Not just down there, but everywhere. Yeah, January was really quiet. We had long stretches of sand to ourselves, like literally hundreds of yards of beach. Let's see how many players we have thus far. We need more players. Hey, Tina, how are you? Hey, Valen. Thanks for joining in. So, how does this game work? So this is an Aruba trivia game. And this week's trivia game consists of 12 questions, 12 Aruba-focused questions that will test your knowledge of the island. And the questions range from relatively easy to impossibly hard. I call them Tina Stumpers. I call them Tina Stumpers because last week she got 100%. I never thought I'd see such a thing, and I saw it the second game we ever played. The sign-in link is go to quizstud.com and type in the pen 8274. Quizstud.com. Quiz because this is a quiz, and stud because I'm a stud. And the pen is 8274. Only good part of Monday. Anybody ever seen the movie Office Space where they say somebody's got a case of the Mondays? Well, hopefully this cures any cases of the Mondays that people have. I have a case of the Mondays because I have to drive darn near an hour to Jersey for work, which is not anything I signed on for. Hopefully it doesn't last too much longer. Office Space is a phenomenal movie. Absolutely phenomenal. I haven't seen it in a while, so I wonder how it holds up. But I dig it. I most definitely do. Once again, quizstud.com, pen 8274. So if you want to play, you want to go to quizstud.com and type in 8274 as your pen. What's up, Hank? What's up, Hank? Hey, check this out. If you head on over to the YouTube feed, then it works much better than Facebook does. But I have to find the YouTube feed again. Found it. This takes quite a bit of skill to manipulate this all on one screen. I need to get a second monitor. I need an excuse to buy a second monitor. So if you go to that YouTube link and you watch on YouTube instead, it is a much better viewing experience. Huff Daddy. So what do we have right now? Justine, hello, hello, hello. Anna, Gail, Valentina, Maria, Frank, and Aruba Holic thus far. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, then we're going to get this game started. So the way the game works is there are 12 questions, 12 Aruba-focused questions ranging from easy to fairly difficult, although it looks like we got some ringers in there. So what happens is when we start the quiz, you get 30 seconds to answer a question. And if you get it right on your first guess, then you get a full 10 points. But if during the course of those 30 seconds, I did post the YouTube link. Is that you, Hank? I should just try and DM it to you. Let me see if I can do that. But yeah, so if you guess right the first time, then you get 10 points. However, if over the course of the 30 seconds you change your guess, then you lose a point for each guess for each time that you change. So if you change it one time, you get 9 points. Change it 2 times, you get 8 points, so on and so forth. It keeps track of the scores, and at the end, hopefully we have one winner. However, If we do have multiple winners, that works too. Don't have any prizes for you guys, but you do get bragging rights as this week's Aruba Happy Hour trivia winner. And we are about to get started. But the first thing that I'm going to do is, well, that being that this is a happy hour, I hope you guys do have a drink with you. If you don't, it's fine. I have one, and I will drink for you guys. But in order to do that, I have to get fully set up. So I'm going to share a screen. And the screen I'm going to share will be, hopefully I choose the right one. And I did not choose the right one. Let me try one more time. There we go. There we go. We got some players. I'm going to check my DMs to see if anybody have any technical difficulties. And if you do, feel free to message me. Give me 1 second, Tina, and I will send that over to you. So as you can see, we have 11 players right now. We have some more people watching that aren't joining in for whatever reason. No shame here, people. This is all fun and games. So if you're watching and you want to play, go ahead and join in. It's all fun and games. We're all friends here. We're all fellow Aruba-holics here, Aruba lovers. So if you want to play, join by going to quizstud.com and typing in the pin 8274. Let me give it 2 more minutes, then we're going to get started at 7:40. So if you want to join in, now is your time. Go to quizstud.com and type in the pin 8274. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. Huff Daddy has the coolest name. I've been trying to interview that guy for like 5 years now. The absolute best. Man, I love all my Aruba people. I love all my Aruba people. So what I'm going to do right now, though, is hide my screen so I can take a drink. Okay, so we're going to get started in a second. So what I'm going to do is start from the beginning, because what's going to happen is when this is all said and done, I'm going to cut off the beginning part so that way I can post it as a video. So those that have not been able to join us tonight will be able to join us. We'll be able to watch it in rerun and kind of play along that way. So let's get started. Here we are for Aruba Trivia Happy Hour. Here we go. So question number 1 is, the national bird of Aruba is A, the shoko, B, the pelican, C, the prakichi, or D, the wara wara. What is the national bird of Aruba? What do we have here? And yes, I completely screwed up typing that question in, so don't read it. I'd most definitely need a second monitor. 4 people got it right. The prakichi. The correct answer is C, the Perkichi. So right now we have Hank, Tina, Arubaholic, and Frank T up on top. Well, actually, Frank must have changed his answer because he has 9. We're going to move on to the next question. Question number 2 is, if you had to spend your entire vacation on one beach, which beach in Aruba would it be? So for this question, we asked 100 Aruba visitors. So this is going off what that survey says. We're starting now. So 100 Aruba visitors were asked if they had to spend the entire vacation on one beach, which one would it be? What did they choose? I thought that was a very interesting way to go about things. So I wanted to incorporate the greater Aruba loving community. So I put out a survey, or several surveys actually, and I wanted to do it Family Feud style. And the correct answer was B, Eagle Beach. Eagle actually edged out Palm by 12%. So 44% of respondents wanted to say Eagle Beach, and 32% said Palm. So I thought that was pretty interesting because I actually thought Palm would end up winning, but it did not. Next question is, the Papiamento phrase, meeten hamber. What does that mean? I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation. But what does it mean? Is it A, I am humble? B, I'm hungry? C, I want a hamburger? Or D, to possess honor? Which one of these would the phrase meeten hamber mean in English? And the correct answer is, I'm hungry. 6 people got it right. 6 people. Hank is killing it right now. Right now, Hank has 30 points. Frank has 29, and Arubaholic, whoever you are, you have 29. Pretty impressive, people. The next question is number 4. Which of the following restaurants is not part of the Aruba Wine and Dine restaurant group? A, Nos Clubhouse. B, Sopranos Piano Bar. C, The Lazy Turtle. D, Willem's Dutch Pancakes. Which one of these is not part of Aruba Wine and Dine? The answers are rolling in. Let's see. The answer is C, The Lazy Turtle. Wow, Tina is the only person that got that one right. Which of the following restaurants is not part of Aruba Wine and Dine? So the only one of those that I'm not familiar with is Willem's Dutch Pancakes. I've never eaten there. Has anyone eaten at Willem's Dutch Pancakes? If I'm being honest, I never even heard of it until I was doing research for this question. Let's move on to the next one. What is your favorite spot for the happy hour in Aruba? So once again, I asked 100 Aruba visitors, what is their favorite spot for happy hour on the island of Aruba? A, a cooler on the beach. B, Bugaloo. C, Moomba. Or D, Seoul. Which of these is the favorite spot for happy hour on the island of Aruba, according to 100 Aruba vacationers? The correct answer is B, Bugaloo. B, Bugaloo, which actually won by a landslide. Like it wasn't even close. Outside of Bugaloo, the answers were pretty much all over the place. And some things that barely missed the cut were La Cabana, Playa Linda's Beach Bar, and also Ricardo's. So those were just outside of the top four. So Frank, you've been to Willem's? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It must be a pretty new place. You said it's less expensive than Diana's and Linda's. I will definitely have to give it a shot. Honestly, I'm one of the people that I'm not the biggest fan of Dutch pancakes. Like, I understand the allure of them. For whatever reason, they just don't hit home with me. But that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to try a new place. So I most definitely will try Willem's the next time I'm on the island. The next question is Kashiki. Kashiki. So in Papiamento, what does the word Kashiki mean? Does it mean A, neck kisses, B, a rundown shack, C, to tickle, or D, to shake? Kashiki. What does it mean? So what does the Papiamento word Kashiki translate to in English? We got a couple answers in. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and to tickle. 2 people got it right. 2 participants got it correct. So right now we have Frank T in the lead with 49 points. We have Tina coming in next at 40, Aruba Holic at 39, and we have Gail at 30. So let's move on to the next question. Which one of these athletes did not represent Aruba in the 1996 Olympic Games? I needed to get another Olympic question there, being that it's just ending. So which of these athletes did not represent Aruba in the 1996 Olympic Games? This was my Tina Buster question because I wanted to make sure that no one got 100%. And I have a feeling that this question will most definitely keep someone from getting 100%. Get your answers in, people. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Valen got it right. Valen got it right. The only person that got it correct. So Jan Ruzat, I'm pretty sure I butchered his name. Jan Ruzat represented Aruba in 2008. He was a swimmer. And coincidentally enough, if you were to Google his name, you would see he also rents out an Airbnb on the island. So it's just an odd little fun fact. The next question is, what is the hottest month on average in Aruba? We have May, July, September, or October. Has anyone visited Aruba during all of these months? I think I may have. Yes, I definitely visited Aruba in all of these months. But which one was the hottest? Was it May, July, September, or October? The answer is May, and 4 people got that correct. So 4 people got the correct answer of May. We got Aruba Holic, Tina, Frank, and Gail all got the answer correct. So how's that breakdown? So May, the average is 86 degrees. July is only 81 degrees, so that goes against conventional wisdom. September is 82 degrees, and October is 84 degrees. So yeah, May is the hottest month by 2 degrees. Let's move on to the next question. Which of these most accurately represents just how much of a melting pot Aruba is? So how many different nationalities are present on the island of Aruba? Is it A, 35 to 60 nationalities, B, 60 to 80 nationalities, C, 80 to 100 nationalities, or D, 100 plus nationalities represented on the island of Aruba? And the correct answer is C. There are actually approximately 90 nationalities represented on the island of Aruba, which is absolutely amazing considering it is an island about the size of a small town here in the United States. 90 different nationalities. And the fact that everyone's able to live together harmoniously is fantastic. We could definitely learn a lot from the island of Aruba. So let's move on to question number 10. The Papiamento word or phrase, Sona lanta, means what? A, flashlight. B, lightning bug. C, loudspeaker. Or D, to daydream. What does the phrase Sona lanta translate to in English? A, flashlight. B, lightning bug. C, loudspeaker. Or D, to daydream. Get your guesses in. Tina is the only one to get that right. And Tina has officially taken the lead. So right now we have Tina in first place at 70, Frank in second place at 68, Gail at 50, and then Arubaholic at 49. Come on, come on, come on. We can do this, people. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 11 is, what are the coordinates of Aruba? Now, I've seen this posted on the island, and I've seen people with this tattooed on their person. So which of these are the coordinates of the island of Aruba? And if you don't know, just go ahead and take a guess. This is all fun and games, people, and we all love Aruba. You're amongst friends. And the correct answer is C. Maria, Tina, Frank, and Gail all got that correct. Pretty amazing. I wonder who guessed and who actually knew. So let's see. The other islands that were listed there were Jamaica, Grenada, and Bonaire. So those were the other ones. Now we're moving on to our last question of this trivia game. Question number 12. Which of these ingredients is not used to make a brown lady? Now, I know that the brown lady is a favorite drink on the island of Aruba. I know that La Cabana makes a fantastic brown lady. Many people have told me. I don't know if I've ever had one on the island, although I have had them before, probably at the Delaware beaches. But which of these ingredients is not used to make a brown lady? You have A, Bailey's Irish Cream, B, coconut rum, C, Kahlua, or D, vodka. We're guessing what is not used in a brown lady. So 3 of these are, 1 of these aren't. Oh, Frank was distracted on one of the questions. But so 2 people got it right. Yes, coconut rum is not an ingredient in a brown lady. Now I know that I've heard that Rosie makes the best brown ladies on the island. Now, if you've tasted coconut in the brown lady, that is true. There is coconut in it, but it's not coconut rum. It's actually a coconut cream. The only hard alcohol in the brown lady is vodka. So let's see what the final standings are for this week's trivia game. And we'll see that in the top three, Tina with a score of 88, Frank with a score of 78, and Gail with a score of 60. So those are our top three scores for this week's quiz for the August 9th Aruba Trivia Happy Hour quiz. Tina with an 88, Frank with a 78, and Gail with a 60. If Frank didn't get distracted, I wonder how things would have turned out. We could have had a tie, and then we would have had to come up with some way of breaking the tie. So I need to work on that for the future. Hopefully all of you guys had fun. If you didn't, it probably says more about you than it does me, because I know I had a lot of fun. So what do you guys think? Any suggestions for me for future games? I plan on doing this every week at 7:30 on Mondays. So Mondays at 7:30, we're going to do this every single week. Take care, Frank. You have a good one. Thank you for playing, and I will see you next week. You guys are awesome. Does anyone have any suggestions for me? Did you have fun this week? I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you had fun. Hopefully everyone enjoys this. I have a lot of fun with it. It definitely kicks my week off the right way. It makes me excited whenever I'm leaving work. I'm going home and getting ready for the Aruba Trivia Happy Hour. So hopefully you guys get some enjoyment out of it as well. Wow, Tina, 2 weeks in a row. That's pretty impressive. I'm happy you didn't get a perfect score this week. I had to get more creative with my questions. I had to make sure that they were more challenging. Cheers, Valen. Yeah, we'll keep it rolling. I mean, we're gonna do this every Monday at 7:30. So we'll do is we'll start broadcasting at 7:20, and the game will start 7:30 or so. Yes, so those ones are tough because they're not just like a factual statement. You have to kind of figure out what 100 people are going to agree on, and these days that's pretty difficult to figure out what 100 people will all come to the same consensus on. Well, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Had a great time. Let's do it again next week. Do me a favor, and if you are if you have not yet on YouTube, subscribe to the page and click the notifications button, which is the little bell thing at the top. It would be greatly appreciated. And I will be seeing you guys next week. So until then, all of you take care. Peace, love, and Aruba.